Hey guys, what is going on? This is going to be a video discussion, as you can see in the title. I'm going to be talking about 205 Live, not something that I've done or really maybe ever talked about on this channel. But I read an interesting article today. And the article, of course, comes from WrestleZone.com, citing a report from PW Insider. I'm going to read it to you here because this really interested me. It reports that Vince McMahon has stepped aside as the creative force behind 205 Live, and the show is now being overseen by Triple H. According to the article, Vince has stepped aside 2 weeks ago and handed control over to Triple H. The last 2 weeks of 205 Live have been run more like an NXT taping, Triple H being the alpha and omega when it comes to making decisions. The vision of the last 2 weeks has been more in line with what the original plans for 205 Live was, for Vince decided to personally get his hands on that product, and boy did he do such a great job, which makes you wonder, if you saw what worked in the CWC, the Cruiserweight Classic, why didn't you just replicate that to the 205 Live show? If it was that, and if it does turn out to be that way going forward, I'll tell you right now, I will watch 205 Live. I was never against watching 205 Live. What I was against was watching the vision that they were giving us every single week of, what Vince and Kevin, we're not wrestling, Corny. We're sports entertainment. So that's what we are. I want to win an Emmy. I gotta get my teeth fixed. Thank you, Kevin. But the point is, it's just like the shows that we were getting. There's just nothing captivating. It was the same WWE show we see on Monday and on Tuesday and on da-da-da and so on. Nothing differentiated it and made it, be something more than what we got. Like the CWC. That was something different from the typical WWE show, and it showed. So that's great to read. The article also says Triple H has been bringing back many of the hallmarks and traits of the Cruiserweight Classic, thank God, to help 205 Live feel like something other than just another hour of WWE TV. Again, you have SmackDown, now you have the Mixed Match Challenge. I mean, it starts to get homogenized. Everything just feels the same, and it shouldn't. A show with the Cruiserweight should stand out and feel like it's something on its own. He said Vince had been pushing for 205 Live to be more character-driven. I'm not against having a character-driven show, but when you limit and tone these guys down and water them down and hold them back from being able to do what they truly can in the ring, that doesn't help either. And the characters that they were giving you, I mean, I watched one episode of 205 Live, and that was plenty. So you guys tell me out there down below in the comments, how were the characters on 205 Live? It's just like you had Neville, who's gone, probably will never come back. You had Enzo, who's gone and probably will never come back. You have Drew Gulak, but the other guys, it's just like, what the hell are the characters? So you try to make it more character-driven, but it comes back to the big fault with the overall WWE product. It's the writing. The writing is just not there. If you have get good writers in there, that can actually tell some compelling storylines, easy for me to say, along with the matches that I know these guys can have, that's a win-win formula. But obviously the characters that they were presenting were crap, and the matches were toned down. So again, why would I want to tune in after I got 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, NXT? I mean, it's just too much. But if the reports are being true, and this is a good thing, it also says here, there are no current plans to take 205 Live back on the road. The plan right now is to build the brand up by building up the competitors and their in-ring style before considering another experimental WWE live events run. Roderick Strong was brought up from NXT to freshen up the 205 Live roster. There may be other talents called up from NXT to join the 205 Live roster. Again, if you make it different and stand out and do not limit these guys' movesets, I will tune in and watch 205 Live. So this is an encouraging sign to see. I'm going to check out the past 2 weeks and see if there's any noticeable difference. Like I said, I think I've only watched one episode of 205 Live since it started. God, when was it? In 2016, I believe. I have to look up here. But yeah. But for you regular 205 Live watchers, what do you think about this? Just want to get that discussion going. Feel free to leave your comments down below. You think this is a positive? As I see it, I think this is a major positive. It's been on the air since 2016, and yeah, for me, not a regular viewer, this might incentivize me to watch. So right now I'm on the outskirts when it comes to SmackDown. I still watch Raw, NXT. I like the mixed match challenge, even though there's really, I mean, it's for a good cause, for charity, that's great, but really in the scope of the storylines, I'd like to see that connect somehow, some way. But I will watch 205 Live if it's good. So hopefully, things continue on the up and up. We have a tournament to crown a new Cruiserweight champion. I like that. It'll culminate at WrestleMania. So who knows? Maybe you'll see me do a 205 Live review on here. Give you some different content. But I just wanted to get this video out there. Like I said, the link to the article is down below in the description box. Like I said, get this discussion going. What do you think about 205 Live? Will you be watching in the future? And that just about does it, guys, for this video. I want to say thank you all for tuning in. Remember to click my like and subscribe button here on youtube.com/DanielGaiza412 for all my latest videos. Be sure to check me out on Twitter at DanielGaiza412 as well. Give me the follow for all my latest tweets and what have you. So until then, guys, thanks for watching and take care.